What up, y'all? It's your girl, and I'm back with another episode of A Deeper Dive with Key. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week, and it is full of blessings and new opportunities and all that good shit, because, you know, I'm only wishing y'all the best, because I ain't no hater, okay? But yeah, I am dropping 2 episodes today. So by the time you hear this, I'm filming this actually the day of. But this will drop at 10 a.m. because, you know, I like the sequential numbers, okay? But I'm going to drop a bonus episode, which I filmed, I think last week, maybe. I'm just going to drop a bonus episode. I don't remember. I think that was last week. I'm pretty sure that was last week or the week before that I recorded that. Yeah, I'm for sure that it's an episode that I randomly recorded maybe 2 weeks ago. But I'm going to drop that one as a bonus episode. So you guys are going to get 2 episodes today. Look at me. I'm starting to, I might bump it up to 2 episodes, okay? Okay, don't hold me on that. But, you know, when I be feeling nice, you know, we've been doing a couple of bonus episodes. We've been giving you a couple of twofers. And when I say we, I mean me. I am multiple people. I am the editor. Well, even though I don't edit this shit. But, you know, I'm the graphic designer for all the graphics and shit. You know what I'm saying? I am the editor of the videos. Let's talk about it. Sound engineer. Even though I ain't doing much engineering because I'm still recording from my cell phone. But look at this. Come on, shout out to Apple. Blessed be. Hallelujah. Shabbat. But yeah, I'm still recording on my phone because I don't have a laptop right now besides my work laptop. And, you know, I don't want to be too crazy because I did edit my website on my work laptop last night. Actually, a couple of days ago. Shout out to my job. You know, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to get where you got to be. And that's what I'm trying to do. But this month has just been, my energy been off. I ain't even gonna lie. I have my good moments, but I've been having a lot of not feeling it moments. And definitely, like, it's been harder to go to work. And this week, it wasn't as hard to go to work, but I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm like, okay, now I got a little bit of followers now. But, like, what the fuck am I doing? But I'm starting to recognize a gift in my low moments, because every time, what I'm starting to notice, or just recently, the last couple of weeks, I've been having like frustrating things, but every time I record a video during my frustration and just being honest about where I am, those videos have been doing really well. So I guess like the term is that it really is all working for your good, because it's been all working for my good, even though I haven't seen the materialize. I literally, I hate to admit it, I really like doing this shit. Like, I love making videos. Today is supposed to be, well, yesterday, it's like 12:39 right now. But Sundays are supposed to be my day of rest. And literally, I found myself recording a whole bunch of, like, I'm always thinking about content. And now that I kind of got my groove on how I record my content, what I like to post, it's easy to get inspiration. I don't never have, like, a lot of, like, blockages. So I'm constantly cranking out content, and, like, bruh, can we just talk about it? I'm trying to be cognizant of saying like too much, but you know what? You're going to have to bear with me. I'll get better in this shit. Y'all, give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Just give me a moment, y'all. It's just, I don't know. I really like doing this shit. Sundays are supposed to be my day of rest. And I find myself not taking my day of rest. Like, I want to operate on the Sabbath. I want to not work, but my mind won't stop. I can't shut that shit off. The other day, I was up until like 7 in the morning editing videos and putting together content, only to like turn back around and wake up for work. So I guess it's true what they say that like, when you work for yourself, like you're trading a 9 to 5 to 24/7. But I literally like to do it. I love editing videos. I love chopping up shit and like being creative. Like, it reminds me of like when I used to shoot music videos and I used to just be up all night trying to get the words to match perfectly, get the edits, the chops, the different effects. Like, I like that shit. And it really, I don't know, it really like takes it a step further because I can do some slick shit on my phone. Like, you really that nigga when you can do some slick shit on your phone. Because I don't even have Final Cut right now because my laptop is not coming out. I think I need like coming on. It needs like a new battery, I believe. But yeah, you're doing some slick shit when you're doing it straight from your phone. And shout out to the InShot app. I've been really like doing that shit, like figuring out little clever ways between TikTok and like their green screen feature and using my knowledge of like Final Cut Pro and shit. Oh, InShot mixed with the fucking TikTok. Oh, I be editing the fuck out of some videos, bro. And it's so much quicker. It's just right on your fingertips. Editing that shit. Okay. But I love this. So even though I get frustrated, I think I more get frustrated, not because I'm not getting paid for it, is that I wish I could just do this shit all day. Like, I wish like this could be my primary job, because I would just like research content, research like different topics that I could talk about. And sometimes I don't even have to research shit. I just come up with it out the top of my dome. Shout out to God. And I just be posting shit. And I wish I could do this more. I think that's what's so frustrating, is that like going to work, and I'm like, when is it gonna fucking happen? Because it's like going to work is so frustrating. I'm like, people get paid to do what I do, and I love doing it for fun, but I wish this was all I do. Like, it starts to get to a point. I'm like at a point right now where it's like annoying to work. I'll be like sitting in after call work. If you work at a call center, you know that after call work is right. It's for like typing up your notes when you get off a call. And I'll be shooting TikToks in the middle of after call work, or I'll put myself in an aux cord and I'm recording multiple TikToks and just like stocking up content. And I wish I didn't have to talk to customers on the phone. And that's where I'm like, man, I wish I had some brand deals, something that like, man, the first sign of stability. Can I just quit already? Like, where is it at? Where is it going? Because I just want to do this. If I didn't have real bills to work, like, I just want to do this all day. Like, it's fucking fun to me. And I think that's what I really battle with. It's not that, it's not paying me. I literally do this shit for free. It's getting to the point where like people who go on my TikTok lives, they actually comment on my videos and be like, are you going on live today? And like, it's starting to be a more thing. Like, they're looking forward to the lives. Like, they're starting to, I don't know, it's starting to be like, oh, can you go on live? When are you going on live? Have you been on live this week? Like, they're starting to like look forward to my live. And I just feel like an obligation, like, I'm kind of tired, but like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on live because y'all want to see me. I'm gonna go. And not saying it's like performative. It's like I actually enjoy it, because like sometimes I be so tired and it just like give me energy because I'm having fun and I'm doing what I like to do. And I just wish I could do this shit longer, more often, consistently, and just focus and put all my time into it. But soon come. I have decided that I'm really just gonna put everything that I want. I feel like my life is a culmination of playing it safe. I made a video on my TikTok talking about this. My life is a culmination of playing it safe. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of reflection this month. Just about how I want to go forth. I feel like throughout my 20s, it's been like this thing where, fuck it, I'm about to just chase my dreams. And then I hit rock bottom, and I never, it's never like, you know, the sun after the rainbow for me. It's always me getting another job, because I'm like, okay, you know, I'm into the thick of it. I'm sleeping in the airports. I'm doing the homeless shit. But okay, nigga, I can't be struggling for like 10 years, because like, what the fuck? And so I just realized my prayers, the way I pray, they just not lining up with my desires. Because even my prayer that I'm in right now, I can't be mad that I'm in right now, because I asked for stability. I prayed for stability within a job, because what I initially prayed for was, okay, I just want to focus on my art and try to make a living with my art. And it wasn't paying off. And I was like, I just don't want to focus on anything, like, as far as working and stuff. I just want to break. And I was able to attract a situation. I had to go through hell, but I was able to attract a situation where I had no financial obligations, really, as far as, like, free rent. But, like, I felt like a bum. I felt like shit, because I was trying to apply myself in my businesses, and I just felt stuck, and I couldn't progress. So it's like, I think just really focusing on what I really want. What I really want is to be a content creator full time. And when I say content creator full time, I mean all type of content, whether it's music, whether it's books. Like, when I say content, I'm not referring to like Instagram shit or social media shit, TikTok shit. I'm not referring to none of that shit. Like, that's incorporated. That's like an asterisk. Like, that can be incorporated, but I just want to do everything creative. I want to just be a full-time fucking creator. And that's really what I want to do. I don't want to go into my 30s doing the same shit. Quitting a job because they're not giving me a raise, or, well, not even not giving me a raise. I've gotten raises at a lot of different jobs. But I feel like quitting a job because I don't get promoted or whatever, only to, you know, just put myself out there and go after my dreams just to have the shit not work out for me and have to get a job. Like, I'm depleted with working for other people. I just don't feel like it's my ministry. And I think I'm at the point where, like, I'm really recognizing my worth. And I'm like, no, this is not my fucking ministry. Like, I can't do this. I can't wait for somebody to recognize my worth and think, like, oh, you're worth. Like, my mind doesn't even operate like that. I can't. I can't do the bullshit. I can't do the politics. If I'm performing, if I'm hitting my numbers, I need to elevate in some way. Don't keep me just performing. Like, but from a company standpoint, I see why they do that to people. But then you can't get mad when people fall off and, you know, stop being their highest potential, because when they were operating in their highest potential, you wasn't recognizing for that. So, yeah. I had a long talk with my manager, and he was just saying, like, he's kind of in the same boat as far as, like, not getting, like, he's gotten promoted at every job he's had, but he does desire to, like, have his own business and be more along as far as his career. And I think from my standpoint, I'm just like, you know, it looks like you're doing better because, you know, you're actually moving up. It looks like you're moving somewhere. But I feel like what I'm noticing more and more as I get older is that, like, we are all going through the same shit. Like, literally, we are all going through the same shit. And because so many of us don't open up with what the shit that we're going through, like our real authentic journey, another person can think like, oh, you got shit figured out. Like, what the fuck? Like, you got shit figured out. You're doing it. And then they feel inferior. A lot of people, I feel like as a society, we're all feeling some type of way, in a way like, oh, dang, I should be this because somebody has that. And meanwhile, they still don't do it. It's like everybody feels like they're not doing enough. Or like most people feel like they're not doing enough. And I think you eventually come to a place where you have to mind your journey. But comparison really is the thief of fucking joy. It literally is. It is the thief of joy. And also, another thief of joy is fucking people lying on social media. Like, I made a video and it ended up starting to attract more comments with people saying, I'm so thankful that you made a video like this. You speaking facts. It's more people saying positive shit or agreeance or, issuing their grievances and how they relate to this video a lot and it spoke to them. And then it's still a few of those people that I'm literally talking about in the video that be fucking lying. Like, oh yeah, but you can monetize. Like, if all you got from watching my video is that you can't monetize this shit, then you didn't watch my fucking video and you didn't comprehend. And I feel like comprehension, it's a dying skill. Honestly, it is a dying skill with like social media and people's short attention spans now. Comprehension is a dying skill. Literally. If you can sit and watch my whole video and that's all you got is that I think that nobody is making money, that's not what I said. I said that I think that people are lying about some of the successes that they're getting because I personally see it. And even for example, and this is not just TikTok, it's just in everything. People go by this thing, fake it till you make it. And with the fake it till you make it narrative, they're flashy with fake material success. And so people think they have it all figured out, whether it's followers, whether it's likes, whether it's anything. And getting back to my example that I was going to do, it's this interview where Drake talks about the car. I don't know if it was an interview or it was the post. It might have been just the post. He bought this Rolls Royce, but when Drake was upcoming and he was rapping, he would scrape money to rent it every week so he could seem like he was like a boss, because that was the for people to take him serious, like he was making money. And then years later, he ended up buying that same Rolls Royce. But the thing about it, it does a disservice when people do shit like that. Like, it's so many people on social media talking about, oh, I make this amount of money, and they don't. There are people that make that amount of money, but most of them ain't bragging. Like, you can see that they're making that type of money. They're not bragging. They're not even telling you what they make. Because first of all, they don't want the IRS in their business. But it's a lot of people that be loud. The people that are the loudest and the most boastful with their material success, a lot of them don't really got it like they say they got it. Is what I be trying to make people, not even make people understand, but try to convey, is that it's a lot of people lying. There are people that is doing it, but it's a lot of people that's lying more than that. Even for example, it was one girl comment under my post, and she was like, yeah, sign up for this. I just made these amounts of thousands of dollars. I go on her page. She has 300 and something followers. It's not even shade that she has 300 and something followers. It's just, I know that you're not making that type of money because literally you cannot get into the marketing hub on TikTok if you have that amount of followers. So it's like people just be saying shit to say shit. And that's like my example. And I could have blasted her out, but I just deleted the comment because it's like, you are the problem. People like you are the problem that post these things talking about all this shit that you got, all these material successes that you got, and you really don't got it like that. And you got people out here thinking like, well, damn, well, I got more followers than that. I'm not doing enough. Or, damn, I should be doing this then. Or I should be doing that. Because a lot of people lying and bragging about shit they don't got. It's one thing to be manifesting and trying to speak it into existence and attract it into your life. But a lot of y'all is blatantly lying. Like, y'all have a lying problem. It's like diarrhea mouth. Like, it's almost disgusting. Like, y'all make me want to fucking throw up. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Just be out here lying. I make this amount of money. Bitch, you are renting that house. Like, let's talk about it. A lot of these YouTubers don't even own property, baby. You so stressed trying to be like, because this person made this amount of millions by they 21 and they're literally blowing all of their money. As fast as they're getting it, they're spending it. They still got fucked up credit. They're still renting cars that are depreciating in value. Like, your favorite people, like, come on. I just feel like, I just want people to be more honest about where they really are in their story. Like, where you really are. It's a lot of loopholes. Because people tell this one-sided story. And I think that I'm starting to recognize that everything I'm going through or have gone through is really for a fucking reason. Like, it's really for a reason. I had to quit those jobs and fail because somebody needs my story. Because it's a lot of people who are successful that tell the same story. Yeah, so I quit my job and it eventually worked out for me. But bitch, how long were you hungry? How long were you homeless? Like, why aren't you telling that? Like, y'all acting like, oh, I just quit my job and 2 weeks later, like, shit just happened. And I want people to stop spreading this narrative on this linear success journey, because success is literally a journey, not a destination. And when we stop trying to chase after this destination, like, I'm gonna have like new levels, new devils, like, you still have to conquer stuff. And I'm even learning so much now. Like, I do want the opportunity to quit my position, and hopefully it comes before I'm 30. You know, we just putting it out there. We're campaigning. I'm putting it out there what I want, and hopefully it comes to me. But also, it's just like I'm recognizing so many, like, learning. It's almost like a boot camp. Like, I'm learning so many things just on comments, how to deal with comments, how to deal with I don't know. It's just so much that I'm learning. But I feel like I was prepared for this because I had so many friends that had big followings. So it's like I kind of know how to deal with certain things. Or you observe whether it's a celebrity or other people that's always in the media for clapping back and snapping back. And you just started to learn better ways to cope. What I've noticed that works for me and how I take my power back, I take my power back by blocking people. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Because it's easy to want to get mad and comment and write a paragraph. And sometimes when I slip up and I write something, I feel like, I like to blame TikTok all the time. I think that's God's grace. That sometimes my comments get deleted by TikTok. I don't know if people are reporting it, but I can't pin certain comments. Like, it's weird. And I still be trying to get my point across. But I'm recognizing that as God's grace, not about a cancellation, but everything doesn't have to be said. Because there's a lot of people who just comment because they want to share their opinion. which nobody gives a damn fuck about. Like, let's be clear. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But that's the way that they feel significant. Or if your post is doing good, they want to write the most outrageous, outlandish comment that is so far off of what you're talking about, just to disagree with you. Even if they probably agree with you, but they just want to disagree with you so they can get likes under your post. I'm noticing people doing a lot of that lately to me. And first of all, you're not going to get your kicks off here. I'm deleting your comment and I'm blocking you. Or I'll just leave it there. And a lot of times what I've noticed is that I may not even need to respond, because here come somebody that follow me or a person that came across the post and they'll clap back at them for me. I don't have to say shit. I literally don't have to say shit. I don't have to say shit. And, it was this guy that I was following briefly. But I noticed how, like, every comment, and it was a guy that I didn't follow. He was funny. He used to, like, drag people. But I observed certain people who comment to every comment. As far as like with a video response and saying something snappy. And I was like, I just don't want my page to be full with that, because like I got content that I want to share. I don't want to make a video addressing every hater. Like, that's giving too much negativity energy. Like, that's giving too much energy to negativity. Like, too much, way too much. And I just knew that I didn't want to do that. So I'm grateful that I catch myself even when I want to clap back. And I'm like, it actually feels so much. It takes more strength to just block instead of respond. But it actually feels so much better, because you're not giving your energy out to this person. This person wants you to sit there, type a whole paragraph and dissertation to them. And all they did, they wrote all that smart ass shit just to get blocked. It's a beautiful thing. So if you're growing on your page and you want to deal with, I'm telling you, make that block button your best friend. I see why Super, she made things that said, I block hoes. But I really was just not feeling it as far as like where I am in my journey. And I feel like every time I question, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I feel like I'm in the right place, but like, I don't really see no progress. And then I'll have a post that like people, it's like so much of an outpouring of love, and not saying I do it for the people posting love, but it's certain comments, like the ones like, I really needed this, that is confirmation, like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm on the right path. Like, I don't understand this shit because I've never been here before. And it's like, I think what people need to recognize, even with looking at other people and trying to get tips from other people, we really have to mind our fucking journey, because nobody has lived your life before. Somebody might do something similar, but they haven't lived your experience before. So that's why when it's all these pages giving all these marketing tips on TikTok, like, it's not going to work for everybody, because a lot of people have their own journey. Maybe God didn't want them to go viral that quick. Maybe God didn't want that because they had things to learn. And I'm kind of tired of, what is it called? I'm tired of seminar culture. That's what I'm starting to call this little era. Like, seminar and course culture. Because everybody got a fucking course. Everybody is teaching something and they don't know shit. Like, everybody is literally teaching something and they don't know shit. They done bought the same book. And they teaching the same shit. Like, the secret was already written. Y'all literally saying the same shit. And not saying they can't be multiple, because I mean, it's like when you go to water at the grocery store, you go to any product at the grocery store, it's a million things of bread, it's a million things of water, it's different types of water, sparkling water, Evian water, glacier water, spring water, like all this shit. But also, a lot of people are not putting time and effort into the products that they're selling. They're just selling shit to make a quick dollar, because this is hustle culture. And it's really like, I don't know, it's just yucky. I know that sounded real childish to say, but it just feels real yucky. Like everybody just has just a gimmick. Everybody has this gimmick. Oh, I can help you be this. Like, even somebody comment on my post like, oh yeah, I helped this person did it. Like, first of all, you're not advertising in my motherfucking comments. Delete it. Blocked. Because you are the people that I'm talking about. Talking about your mark. Like, it be so many people. I understand it's brands paying bank, but some of y'all be lying. And I can tell you lying, because how is you talking about you making this random video on TikTok? You don't have no views, no followers. I just helped this person. You don't have no testimonials. Like, people just say it, because honestly, if you buy some followers, if you buy a blue check mark, people think that it's valid because of the numbers that back you up. I've been having good advice. I remember when I signed up actually for like a Tony Robbins, like little life coach thing. He has these life coaches that work for him that like, it's like a toll-free number or something. You call and you get like a complimentary session or something. I called the person, and the person, when I got my little life coaching session, person was like, you need to be a life coach. Like, I've heard this in 2015 when I was 20 something. What was I, 23? So it's like, I've always had good advice, but it's crazy that people are only like, not saying that they're only paying attention to me, but I think people value my words and what I say now because of the number of followers that I have. Oh, obviously there's something like followers don't like, I've been giving good advice to people with way more followers than me for years. Like, I think people feel like you're valid because of a number of following, and like you're valid by your experiences, and you're valid by like the things that you've been through to equip you with the wisdom. I think because like, even though I'm young, but I'm older than like this new generation, I grew up from a mother that was older than a lot of my friends' parents. I had an older mother that was born in the late 50s. So having an older person, even though I'm an early 90s baby, having a mother that was born in the late 50s was different. I didn't have an 80s parent. My mom was literally born in the late 50s. Not an 80s or a 70s parent. So it's a different type of wisdom. Like, I had to own my craft. Like, I spent years dancing, in vocal classes and stuff like that. Even though I stopped after my mom passed away. But it's like, you never really forget some of those tools that you learn being trained in something. So I know the definition of hard work, but a lot of people, because they figure something out on the fly, they're just so easy and so quick to, let me monetize this, because everybody is monetizing this, monetization. But what's going to happen is they're going to get a point in time where people will stop using social media or certain platforms because it's overran with ads. Instagram literally looks like fucking Facebook Marketplace, and it gives you a headache on there because there's so many fucking ads. Like, now when you watch Instagram stories, it's literally ads everywhere. You can't even watch an Instagram story without seeing ads. So I think it's going to start becoming a little bit like Twitter. Like, people still use Twitter, but it was a point in time where more people used Twitter. Like, a lot of people were on Twitter. And then people started to go to Instagram. And now it's getting a point where, like, people eventually will drift from Instagram. And people eventually drift from TikTok. Hopefully, I make the next app. There was somebody that commented on my page. I think he was a software person. Holla at me, because I'm trying to, he said, I got an idea for an app. Let's join forces, because I got some ideas too. Better than all these apps combined, and they have no ads. Like, I kind of want to make it like, not a subscription base, but in a way you can subscribe to your creatives to get like a, I'll just keep it to myself. I'll keep that one to myself. That might be the next big thing. It's a lot of subscription services, so I didn't say too much. But you know. But anyways, I'm in a better space. What really put me in a better space for this week was watching the recent Breakfast Club interview with Marlon Wayans, and him saying that he's just striving to be better. To hear somebody that has done so much in their life say that they're striving to be better, like, you know, like they like talk as if he's in a space as me, even though he's far from that. I love that. And it was like, why can't I keep working harder? Like he's a whole legend out here, and he don't even think he a whole legend. Like, he honors what he's done, but it's just like, he's okay with taking a journey. And it just made me see, like, if this person can be like, I'm okay with the journey, it just makes you feel a little bit more easy about the journey, because you see those people who have had longevity. And that brings me back to like that episode I made a few, I don't know, it was like maybe months now, about the slow cook success. And it was so crazy. Just when I was saying like, oh, I'm okay with the slow cook success, because I realized like the grace in that. I realized the divine protection in that. Like, literally after I made that episode on my podcast, my page like grew substantially from like 93 followers to over 50,000. And so I have to get back to that place when I get those moments of uncomfortability, when I'm just like super uncomfortable and I'm just super like frustrated, because I'm like, when is it happening? Because I'm tired. I don't know. I just acknowledge that I have more to give. Like this ain't the hardest thing you've been through. Just it's in God's timing. And that's my dad's first and only album title. And I feel like it's been literally the compass for my life. God is so poetic. Can we talk about God for a minute? God is so poetic with like the lives that he, like, when you look at your life, I don't know, when I look at my life, I just see fucking poetry, bro. I just see poetry. Like, my dad's only album was in God's timing, and that's literally been a compass for my life, because I have always been a person, I can't wait until I grow up. I can't wait until this. I can't wait until that. And God is always telling me, like, all right, you gotta, you just gotta take the journey. Why you trying to end your story faster? Like, what we be rushing for? Only thing that is final in this life is life and death. So what you be rushing for? Because the quicker you get to the finish line, quicker you out of here. Like, enjoy the ride. You ain't here for a long time. You here for a good time, baby. And I don't know why I be tripping. Sometimes I be having to check myself, but I'm grateful for those moments. And honoring your emotions is valid. Like, you can have a bad day. You can have a bad week. But feel them and don't try to ignore them. So it's the quicker that you can get to the good part. When you just try to suppress it, or like, you make it longer than, like, no, we have bad days. Even the most positive people have bad days. And I'm just excited to keep sharing my journey and being who I am. Like, being so who I am. Like, I feel like where I am in life, like, my inner child is, like, fucking beaming from ear to ear. Even though I don't have everything. I seen a TikTok the other day. And this girl was like, she was in therapy, and her therapist was like, how does your inner child, see you? Would she be proud of you? And, when I seen that video, it was in my bad day. I was like, oh, my inner child is probably like, bitch, you didn't become a famous singer. What is wrong with you? Like, what? But then, like, now that I'm on the other side of that bad moment in my week, I'm like, my inner child is so proud of me. Like, Lil Kiki is so proud of me. Because you're being authentic. You're stepping in your truth. You're not allowing people to make you feel uncomfortable. I be singing on live, y'all. I be singing on live sometimes. I be giving them a little ooh, you. And to have people, like, not saying that they gas me up, but to have people that encourage my gift, even though it's strangers, like, to have people that encourage, well, they're not strangers, they're my little family now, but it's people that I've never met in real life, but, like, to have people encourage my gift, and, like, encourage me to sing, like, no, sing more, I hear you humming a little bit. I never really had that. Like, you gotta recognize everybody. Can we talk about that? Everybody wants to sing until you have the gift to sing. And you recognize, like, as a singer, that people are so mean. When you can sing, people are so fucking mean. You would think that, like, oh, you can sing. Everybody gonna be like, girl, do that little shooby-dooby-doo. But it's like, some people are encouraging with it. But some people almost try to beat that shit out of you in a way. Like, some people will really try to break you down so much that you like, I don't even want to sing no more at this point. Like, every time you open your mouth, they got a little critique. They got a little side eye. They got a little snarky comment. Oh, won't you shut up? Won't you be... Like, I'm just doing my natural ability. I'm just being myself. But I'm just so grateful to the woman that I am right now. And just even all the friendships that I've had in the past. Like, where I am now, I could not tolerate or befriend anybody who would, like, I don't know, like, I would have to feel small about. I seen this post. Let me see if I seen this post on Instagram. Let me try to go to Instagram. And it says, my personality attracts people because I'm authentic, but soon it scares them away because I demand authenticity as well. And that really spoke to me because, I don't know, it kind of made me feel away in a sense. Like, it was so, not feel away in a bad way, but feel away like I feel seen. Because I never had a problem attracting friends. And so when friendships ended, I would not feel away, but I would feel like, dang, I just want good friends that last. But in my older age, and just as I continue to, evolve and stuff, I recognize friendships as gifts. And, you're not supposed to hold on to gifts. It's like a thing that you experience. You use it, not use it, but you have them for what they are for, and you move on to the next. And so when I started looking at friendships as gifts, they all gave me something. They all taught me something. And even though it was bad times, it was a lot of good times, and it was a lot of enrichment that blessed my soul. But getting back to that quote, it really touched me because I recognize that, like, I never had a problem attracting friends. But what I'm starting to recognize, but it started to shift me, but it can't shift me no more, is that people are attracted to my light. But people can't stay because it's a certain level of intimidation that happens. And it's not on purpose. Like, I had one friendship that, like, they were really, like, drawn to me because they were like, oh my gosh, she's so empowering. She's so this, she's so that. But then I started to feel like almost like, dang, like, because I was really stepping back into my power. I was almost hesitant in the stuff that I posted because I would be like, dang, I don't want to make this person feel away if I post this. I don't want them to, like, and I think, like, you shouldn't be afraid of your light. And if you have people around you that, like, you're scared of their insecurity of your light because you notice that the more you show up in your power, the more, like, initially it attracts people, it starts to repel them. You start to get a little shy or a little, like, hesitant or withdrawn. But I'm back at the point where, like, I don't care. I don't care. And it's, like, a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to be, honestly. It's a beautiful place to be. Like, if me stepping in my power intimidates you, like, I'm cool with that. Like, I don't care at all. I do not care. Because you're not for me. I don't want someone who makes me want to feel like I have to play myself small because they can't catch up. Catch up, mustard. Like, catch up, mustard. Because I'm the type of person, I will pour into you. I will feed your soul and stuff like that. But also, like, me pouring into somebody doesn't take away, like, my light. And I think sometimes when people see you being able to navigate both pouring into others and operating and shining into your light and pouring into yourself, they can't always handle it. I'm just at a beautiful place in my life because it's like I know that good things are amongst the horizon, but it's also that uncomfortableness because it's taken so long. I've waited so long, and I know that even when I go to the next step in my journey, that the work is not done. Also, I wanted to just talk really briefly. Me and my cousin, we were having a conversation, and we were just talking about, like, our relationship, how beautiful it is. And we were having a conversation, and a beautiful moment really happened because we were talking about something. And I said something because we were talking about a subject, and I said something, but I didn't say a person's name because I don't want to put their business out there. But we were just talking about something in general. And then, you know, my cousin, she started to say something about, like, her friend, but she told me a little bit of her friend's business. And I stopped her and I said, you know, even if you tell me, like, something that happened, you know, your friend confided in you. That's not my friend. So, you know, I don't want, like, I don't feel like you should tell me your friend's business. I think I'm just in the place where, like, I'm trying to honor my friendships more. And I recognize that when I was younger, but also, you know, I learned how to be a friend for my mom. Like, my mom was a little, you know, she had little messy moments too. She was a great person, but you know how women do. My mama did that with me. She would tell my business to all her friends. So I think growing up like that, especially like in Black, you think it's normal that you have your best friend that you tell your other friends' business to. Because you're like, oh, this is my best friend. Like, this is my diary. This is my other person. And so, long story short, I said something about it. And then we were talking. Then all of a sudden, my cousin was like, I know you talking about what's the name. So, like, you know, you doing all that discreet stuff. I know what's the name did this. And I was like, I never told you that. But I was also like, even if I did, I recognize that I used to not be the best friends to honor my friendships. But going forward, I can honestly say that there are friendships that I've had and gained that I've never told their business in the future after I recognized that flaw that I was doing. Because I have friends do that to me, and I didn't recognize, like, my person gossiping about their friend, like my friend gossiping about their friends to me. And we're all gossiping about our friendships with each other. So we all know each other's business. Like, no, that's not a good friend. And you have to learn that, like, in the past when you're growing up, like you're a kid, like as an adult, like, no, I don't want to be like that, because I want somebody to honor me. And even if the person is not doing, even if somebody's not doing that for me, I started only telling what, like, I'm okay with, like, I don't care. I'm okay with it possibly getting out because I know how people operate. But anyways, getting back to, like, the little story, I feel like I'm kind of going on a tangent. But my cousin basically, tried to be like, do a little side jab and was like, well, I knew that you was talking about so-and-so. And I was like, don't do that. Don't be petty. But it was a beautiful moment that, like, I could call, and she was like, you know what? Like, she took accountability. She was like, you know what? I was wrong for that. I was like, I know that, like, made you feel a type of way, but, like, we can give each other constructive feedback, and it's okay. And we still had a long ass conversation after that. And then she brought it back up, and she was like, you checked me a minute ago. But I'm so glad, like, where our friendship is, our sisterhood, our connection is, that, like, you checked me about me being petty when you tried to just, not say it with love, but, like, coach me with love in a sense of telling me, like, hey, I don't think that was really, the best thing. That's still your friend, though. Like, don't tell me their business, And it was a beautiful moment because she recognized that. And we can have that little hiccup and the conversation will still flow. And I also acknowledge that I used to have friends in the past where, like, they piss me off, or we be pissed off, or I say something that they don't like. All right, girl, well, I'm going to talk to you later. And it'd be like a couple of weeks that we don't talk, and then we start talking like nothing. But it was, like, not in that moment. So it's a beautiful, like, a mature friendship to be able to get reprimanded in the moment. Not reprimanded, but, get, like, checked with love. That's what I'm going to call it. Checked with love. You can get checked with love in that moment. And you guys can still have a beautiful conversation, a beautiful exchange, and acknowledge, like, one thing I really love about me and my cousin/sister's relationship is that it's the accountability for me, bro. Like, it's the accountability for me. And when I first lost a lot of my friendships, I was like, dang, I just, you want that variety of friendships. Like, you have your family, you love your family, but you want those friendships that, like, oh, okay, I got this homegirl that I talk like this with, and I got this homegirl that, we talk about business, we talk about this. Like, you can have those exchanges, but I think it's important that even when you lose stuff, to really honor what you have. And so recognizing the beauty in the friendship and relationship that I have with my cousin, is unmatched. And that I know that new friends are coming that are actually going to be elevated and be on the level in which I am, because I'm finally recognizing my worth and not afraid of my light. I'm just grateful for the place because I know things are happening. But I am very much so in a place where, like, I'm emerging myself into it. I'm not running from it. I'm emerging myself into it. And so I think sometimes I'm like, okay, shoot, I'm falling. I don't care. Like, I'm jumping into it, that, when my parachute ain't opening, I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? Like, you immerse yourself in it, you see a little bit of growth, but it's like, okay, I'm not soaring. I'm not soaring as high as I thought I was. I'm kind of still, I'm barely just picking up momentum off of the ground. And that's what I feel like I'm at in my journey, but it's only keep going up. And it's just imperative to really like stay present. Like, I just been really, really focusing on staying present, focus on staying in my emotions. When I feel them, feeling every emotion that I have, not running away, not avoiding. And I'm developing a beautiful character that is going to set me up for the success that has always been waiting for me. So this is a beautiful space. This is a beautiful space for people who are following my journey on my TikTok or following my journey on my podcast. Like, this is a beautiful moment, y'all, because this moment is not going to be here for a long time. Like, y'all hear me occasionally, you hear the plastic on my mattress, or you hear the bed not shaking, but the bed squeaking when I move or something, or the plastic rustling. Like, we have to really honor these moments. Like these struggle episodes that I'm filming on my phone, because we about to have, I'm just going to put it out there. We about to have a full fucking production, hair, makeup, fucking sound crew, people that are editing the fucking videos. Like, we're about to have all of that soon. So, like, these videos, like, this is a beautiful moment because people are going to remember the struggle videos or just the struggle episodes. But this is a beautiful moment. It's beauty in this. I think that's going to be... that's gonna be the episode title. It's beauty in this. But I really hope y'all have a blessed week. I hope I've said something that has impacted you or uplifted you and let you know that you can keep going and you can keep striving, and that we all are on similar paths, but we have different stories. And so I hope that something that I said resonated in your journey to help you keep going forth. Like, that's my prayer, is that something that I have said in this podcast made you say, you know what? Kiki still feel like that. Like, I can go a little longer. I can go, a little bit more. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I love y'all. Bye.